The dialogue.
No, we have to keep them hanging.
No, because we can't access the menu.
Fine.
Without finishing the dialogue. Should I help him with the research? I think so. I think.
Wait.
Next time on Team Wunderbumblers,
we'll find out.
we'll find out what research he needs me to do. Certainly.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. I know you are quite busy with your own work, but I need help finding my copy of Homer's Iliad. I saw you were reading it down by your new cabin. Do you still have it there? I haven't seen it, but I can look for it.
I haven't seen it, but I can look for it.
Well, thank you. I know you are quite busy with your own. Oh, that was the previous one.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Let me mark the very spot I think I left it on your map so that you can find it. In the meanwhile, I found some books on bean planting and local wildlife you might find useful. I put them on the table in my library.
I put them on the...
That shouldn't be difficult to find.
And next time
I'll see
on
you again soon.
Team Wunderbumblers.
Nope, this is the next time on Team Wunderbumblers.
Oh, this is the next time on
Yeah.
Team Wunderbumblers.
We're gonna...
There's an almanac
An almanac?
right there.
An almanac right there.
Almanac. Let's see. Let's pick up the almanac. The
So
seasonal
lesser
climate
known
of Massachusetts.
Duck-related insurance company.
Beans take 6-day cycles from planting to harvest, and will need weeding on the second and third days while they grow.
We're not gonna play this game that long.
What are you talking about? This is a great game, Dan. The local wildlife of Massachusetts, the local birds, blue jays, the
We
common
might
sign
actually
of...
play this game that long, but I don't want to end. I don't
But
wanna play that long
the
today.
song sparrows rich, russet and gray bird with a stuttering, clattering song. This is so important. Isn't this the most riveting game you've ever played? Let's read. Instead of going online and reading about birds, like from the Audubon Society or even Wikipedia, you can spend $19 and buy the Walden game and read books in the game and read about such things as peeper frogs and mud turtles and red foxes and mice and cows. Have you ever wanted to learn about cows, Dan, and horses? Horses are powerful, large mammals domesticated by humans for farm work and transportation. They're found throughout Concord Village. Reading the books that you find in the woods will add to your inspiration. Take your time with these worldly texts. This is so worldly, Dan. I need a spiritual text.
Yeah.
I wonder where my copy of the Bible is. Do you think there's a Bible in this game?
That would be an excellent question.
If this is a government-sponsored game, and we know that the government does not like religion, ignoring your basic needs such as food, and shelter, and clothing, you will lower your natural energy reserves, and you will tire more quickly.
Really, what there should be.
The edible plants of Concord, Massachusetts, Dan.
Oh, the edible plants.
Yes. Also, smooth sumac is the one that I was looking at before that was edible. I'm so glad I harvested it.
Okay, so we know that smooth sumac is an edible.
Yes. Dan.
Yes.
Oh, beans. I need to go. And listening for the sounds of wildlife in the distance will add to your inspiration. You'll often hear them if you linger at the edge of the woods. I think I could hear... The world will be rich with color when you are feeling inspired.
Did we tell the thing to stop giving us dialogue? Like verbal dialogue?
No, I think... Well, I want the verbal dialogue.
Yeah, so we want to just turn that all the way down, I think.
Yeah.
Because
dialogue volume.
Yeah. We still want maximum birds.
Yes, maximum birds. And maximum fireplace. I'll turn the music down just slightly.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want to hide all those messages, or do you want to keep those going?
I kind of like the messages for now, because it gives me tips on things. Let's read some of these books. That high-pitched flute is super annoying. Can I read the conch shell? Oh, I can't even get any information about it.
Developers, get on that. We need some conch shell facts.
You can't even
Please.
pick up that book. Can I pick up any of these books? If you pick, I read online.
I think I see the real Baron Zaya in there.
Ah, yeah. Another Morrowind reference.
Is that a game?
On Oblivion, yes. I heard online that if you pick the right book, the shelf opens and you get into this special secret. I'm making this up.
Okay.
I need to get some food though. What is this book here? Maybe I can't read when I'm out of food.
You're too tired to read.
Ooh, there's blocks. You clean up young Waldo's toys to earn money from Emerson. Wow, so if you pick up my kids' toys... Ooh, there's a board game.
Wait, how lazy is Emerson in this game?
The Mansion of Happiness.
Did we talk about that?
Well, What?
How lazy is Emerson in this game that he's not picking up
His
his son's
children's
toys?
toys.
He just waits for his friend to get tired and hungry enough to come by his house and pick up the toys and a little bit of money.
So this is all a big scheme. Transcendentalism was just a front for Emerson to get Thoreau to do all his work. He's like, yes, go in nature and chop lots of wood and harvest lots of food.
next
Then
to
come
my
and-
house.
Yes, and then, plant the beans in the bean field and come and pick up my children's toys. You will gain very high transcendental philosophy and consciousness if you do these things. So the Mansion of Happiness, one of the
Does that
first...
mean that Emerson is just like an exploitative capitalism?
Yep. Listen to this. No, see, they were pretty, from what I can gather, they were pretty libertarian. So this is all about, like, the government is bad, use capitalism to, it's like buyer beware, Emerson is like, I'm just trying to live my best life without government regulation, and I'm going to hire cheap labor by pretending, forcing my friend...
that I'm friends with Thoreau.
Yes, I'm going to give him a tiny cabin in the woods so he doesn't have to live in my house. But look at this game, The Mansion of Happiness, one of the first board games published in America. The Mansion of Happiness, an instructive, moral, and entertaining amusement, is a game about life and how to live it. So this is like the precursor to the actual game of life. We should look up The Mansion of Happiness and play it online.
Maybe.
Well, Emerson, okay, I got to go find my book. I need
Emerson's blocking the door. That's not.
Ah. Oh, he's got some letters. These letters may give you insight into your relationship with Emerson. Let's pick up some more of the children's toys. Earn some money. I like when you pick up the toy, this little icon comes up. So it makes it look like you're stealing the toys and selling them on the black market. Can I get through the door? No, I cannot. Let's read some letters. Letters to and from Emerson. There may be some about you.
I really want to... You know what I want to know?
What's in this letter? I do too. Dear Mrs. Fuller, it seems strange to read somebody else's
Letter to somebody else?
Yeah, it was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for the introductions to such brilliant new company. I'm sure that writers such as these will fill our new journal with rays of golden talent. I have another name to add to the roster of our dial. Mr. Henry David Thoreau. That's me.
Oh, that's
me.
you. Yeah.
A fine, brave youth of this town who I get to pick up my toys, from whom I expect great things, like picking up children's toys for a small pittance of money and plowing bean fields. I will send you some of his work soon. My son, young Waldo, a very well and blah blah blah, sends it. Oh no, did I just die? Oh, I see. I fell asleep in his house.
Okay.
Food, shelter, clothing, and fuel. For not till we have secured these are we prepared to entertain the true problems of life with freedom and the prospect of success. Think how busy the squirrels are in October, in every pitch pine grove, collecting the cones, while the farmer is digging his potatoes and gathering his corn. He thinks little of the squirrel. He little thinks of the squirrel is gathering this harvest in the neighboring woods still more seriously than himself. Okay, I need some food. How do I... Should I wake where I am or at my cabin? I should wake at the cabin, probably. So you can teleport. By falling asleep in Emerson's house, you can wake magically in your own cabin.
I mean, it's like Mage's Guild.
Yeah, there we go. So basically, you fainted in Emerson's house, and Emerson's like, "Oh, great! He picked up my kid's toys, and now he just fell asleep on the floor." It carries you all the way back to your cabin and sets you there.
The real story here is that Emerson is actually Superman in disguise, and Thoreau is not that.
As your bean plants grow, they may sprout weeds. At the bean field, click on bean plants with weeds to weed them. Okay, so let's pick some berries. Okay, I gotta fill up my food store. So I don't have to actually cook or eat any of the food. I just have to pick the food, which seems to help. This is I can just keep picking the same berries. It's not like Oblivion. Ooh, achievement unlocked. Forager. Ah! Can I harvest these things? What is this? Early goldenrod. Ah! And this is life everlasting. Hylo telephium. I have some notion of what the Johnsworth and life everlasting may be thinking about when the sun shines on me as on them. I am evaporating and ascending into the sun.
Does that mean he needs some shade?
I guess so, but the sun is making him ascend into the heavens.
But
Okay.
but doesn't he want to stay for a while to contemplate things.
Oh, wait, he wants to live the transcendental lifestyle. The sooner the better. Okay, let's chop some wood.
Okay, let's see how long he goes before he gets tired.
Well, I've eaten my food now.
Oh, right, that's true. Just chop some wood and then eat some bit.
I'm bad at it again.
Hey.
There we go. Wow.
Welcome to Team Wood Chopper.
This is excellent. I want to go down. I want to go down and look at the
pond.
At the pond again.
What was it?
I'm
we were
inspired.
talking
Look
about
how
the other day when
colorful it is.
You said that you got this game and like there was this thread on the comments where like Josh and I were talking about like what if it was actually a horror game?
Oh yeah,
Like-
that was pretty hilarious.
Like there were horrible things hiding underneath Walden Pond.
Ooh, I wonder what that orange thing is.
There's like a
over there.
perspective shift in some of the XCOM and you have to fight off aliens.
Let's rest for a while. I am fully rested.
Emerson like comes out with a
Ooh,
shot.
there's a basket. Oh, I could go fishing if I had my fishing rod. The red spot where you left it is marked with a red X on the map in your journal. Okay, so I need to get the book. Okay, so I can get the fishing. Should I get the fishing pond?
Luke is not disturbed by my stupid jokes.
What?
At all.
Oh, what did you say?
I said all of a sudden there's an alien invasion. and like it turns into a tactical like XCOM experience, and Emerson comes out of his house with a shotty ready to help the aliens.
That'd be pretty great if the game turned into that. That's what you unlock when you open that secret bookcase. Should I go back and get the Iliad, or should I get the fishing pole?
That's an excellent question, and I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna get the fishing pole because look how long it's gonna take me to get there.
You should get the fishing pole, yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, you have some more money from picking up those toys.
I do. Let's look at these rocks. Nope, not the rocks. I want to look at these. No, I want to look at the. You could cross the pond if you find a boat. Check along the shoreline. So we could get a boat. We could get a fishing rod. Let's run. Let's run.
You should try to just go for a swim, see what happens.
I tried it the first time I played it. It just kind of like you just get stuck. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just kind of like there's an invisible wall. An invisible Walden! Ah!
I need to take a second to let my ears recover from that.
Driftwood. With thinking, we may be beside ourselves in the same sense. I may be either the driftwood in the stream or Indra in the sky looking down on it. You can use this as fuel. Click on it to pick it up.
So
Drift.
I just you can check if there's enough fuels you can store at this time.
Okay.
I just for the record, while Luke was reading just there, like I pointed to Audacity where like you could see the difference. Although we've got it at a pretty good volume because it's not actually like overwhelming. The sound.
Ooh, a squirrel. Oh, look at the squirrel gathering things. We hardly spend time to think about what
Okay,
these
get your axe out. Did Thoreau eat animals at Walden? Is that a thing that
Yes, he hunted, I think. Or at least he ate fish. You have discovered Sandbar Point, a good place to fish or watch the sun rise or set. This is truly beautiful. Just like
It is very beautiful. I have to say that.
an arrowhead. Let's see. Whenever it picks up the arrowhead, it like makes you just look up into the distance. I'm no more lonely than the loon in the pond that laughs so loud, or than Walden Pond itself. I'm no more lonely than a single mullein, or dandelion in a pasture, or a bean leaf, or sorrel, or a housefly, or a bumblebee. I am no more lonely than the millbrook, or a weathercock, or the north star, or the south wind, or an April shower, or a January thaw, or the first spider in a new house. Wow, Thoreau. Beautiful. I'm making my students read this. Do you realize this? I'm making my students read such things as this. Let's go fishing. I now have a fishing rod, which you can use to fish at fishing creels like this one around the pond. Let's go fishing. There's a fish.
Indeed. Hey, Luke.
Do we want to see if we catch a fish next time on Team Wunderbumblers?
We do.